Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
A battle of two top 10 teams in the Big 12. And they'll bring an extra man. Boykin's going to lay it out long. Two men out there, and he's got it. Touchdown. This time he gives it to his tailback, who walks in untouched. Touchdown. Petty going deep on first down, and he's got it. And it's a touchdown. Antoine Goodley. Now 10 plays and a touchdown for Corey Coleman. And it's a deep ball by Petty. Got a man and got him on the run. Katie Cannon, touchdown. Catalan from the 6. BJ's got an opening. Catalan taking it coast to coast. Touchdown. What a first half of football. Third quarter just about set to start. TCU number 9 leading 5th-ranked Baylor 31-27. Welcome back, everybody, to Waco. Brad Nessler with Todd Blackledge. You want some offense? We got some offense for you. 586. This might be one of those deals where whoever's got the ball last might win.
Well, it's a 4-point game right now. It was a 3-point game, 41-38 in Fort Worth last year. And we talked about a couple things. Pay attention to turnovers. Both team with 1 in the first half. And explosive plays. Runs over 10, passes over 20. Baylor with a 1-play edge in that department. But really, probably even, because that kickoff return by Catalan has to count as an explosive play.
Baylor might end up with 100 plays in this game offensively before we're all done. So third quarter set to begin, and Baylor's got it teed up. Don't want to kick it to that guy necessarily. Deontay Gray along with Catalan back at the goal line. They're going to pooch kick, and fair catch taken at the 33-yard line. They didn't want to get it in the hands of Catalan again. As we check in with Holly.
Gary Patterson of TCU was having a heated conversation with the officials just before the half. I asked him what he said to the officials, and he said, I think there should be no time left on the clock. When I asked what the officials said back, they said there's 1 second left on the clock. So Gary Patterson, very politically correct with me. He does not want to get fined, but he thought that time ran out there at the end of the first half. I also asked him about their offense, how they're airing it out tonight, taking those big plays when they can get them. And he said, Holly, that's who we are now. That's what we do.
That is what they do now with the 2 new coordinators offensively. There's what Trevon Boykin did in the first half. Did a lot with his legs as well. Empty backfield. Quick throws complete, and it's going to be close to a first down to Slanina.
You know, and I understand not wanting to kick to Catalan, but that short kick gives them excellent starting field position on the first possession of the third quarter. An aggressive play call on first down, and now they're out beyond the 40.
Keeper by Boykin. Ooh, did he get drilled, and guess who? Bryce Hager again.
Boy, you talk about fundamental tackling. That's the kind that would make Chris Spielman smile, when you run through the man, not to the man, but through the man.
Pick up of a couple will be second down at 8. 3 receivers to the top of your screen for Boykin.
Second down has been the blitz down for Baylor so far in this game.
It is again. Quick slant back to the left side for the first down toss to Listenby. Pick up of 15.
Boy, what a route by Listenby. Really stuck that left foot in the ground. Made it look like he was going outside, and a sharp cut back to the inside to get separation for the first down.
As Todd said, we're a minute into the quarter, and TCU's in Baylor territory. Short kick, couple of first downs. First down at the 41. Boykin. Going deep, right sideline. Man makes an adjustment. Dotson pulls it in.
This is going to be offense. This is going to be offensive pass interference, I think. This was a severely underthrown ball. I mean, you know, there's one thing to throw a back shoulder throw. This was severely underthrown by Boykin.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 9. Be a 15-yard penalty. First down.
Reed is in coverage, number 9. And he's in good position, and Dotson sees how far it's underthrown. A little bit of a push-off, wasn't much, but enough to draw the flag. Had that left hand on him. I don't know.
I don't either. They're not in Baylor territory anymore with the penalty. Back at the 44-yard line. First and 25. right through a blitz. The throw's complete out to the 49. Pick up a 5. Right in the face of Colin Brentz, who was coming off that corner, and Boykin threw it right past his ear.
Last second down play, they went slant to Listenby. He's down at the bottom of the screen now, number 7. Again, the safety's way up for Baylor.
Again, the extra pressure. The slant goes the other way to Catalan. And he's to the 39-yard line. Pick up a 12 more. And they're kind of chipping away at that long yardage. 1st and 25.
Yeah, smart. Don't try to get it all back in one play. Take 2 plays to get yourself into a makeable 3rd down at 3rd down and 8.
They've had a bunch of 3rd and 8s and 10s today. They've got another one here. Empty backfield.
They might take a shot at Listenby here. Again, looks like single coverage at the bottom of the screen to his go-to receiver.
Boykin's 4 for 4 so far on this drive. And that one's broken up. Tried to get it to Dotson. Ryan Reed right there with him.
Ryan Reed played a beautiful ball game last week against Texas and has been pretty solid again tonight, working against a bigger receiver. Reed is 5'11", 190. Dotson 6'4", 190. Did a nice job of getting around that big body.
Hasn't been many situations for the punters today to try to drop one down inside the 10 or out of bounds. That's what Ethan Perry would like to do here. This one should bounce backward. Doesn't have to bounce at all. Fielded around the 12-yard line. That's where the Bears of Baylor will go to work, trailing by 4 when we come back. 3 years ago, Baylor and TCU kicked off the season in Waco. Robert Griffin III's final year. Jumped out to a lead in the 2nd quarter. RG3 found Kendall Wright. Baylor would open up 47-23 lead after 3 quarters. 4th quarter, TCU stormed back with 25 unanswered points. Had a 48-47 lead. And then a 60-yard drive, game-winning field goal, 50-48. Highest scoring game in series history. RG3 had a huge game with 5 touchdown passes. I'm not so sure we might not outdo that score today before this one's over.
Well, I don't know that you could have a more evenly played rivalry than the one we have either.
Yep. Each of 51, I should say, with 7 ties. This is the 110th meeting.
You know, that first half, Bryce Petty, we talked about the mindset you have to have against a defense like this. Right around 50% completion, but he averaged 20 yards per his 15-yard completion.
And they get a 1st down on the ground.
See, now they've run 2 plays. That sets up a play action and a chance to throw the ball down the field. And again, what makes this Baylor offense difficult to read is a lot of their play action passes. The linemen and the backs and the tight ends are all blocking run, and the quarterback and wide receiver are throwing play action pass.
And now they got Goodley, a wide receiver, in the backfield with Petty. Gets the handle, but only gets to the line of scrimmage. Paul Dawson again made first contact from his linebacker spot. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Petty with an empty backfield. Running out of time. On the move and on the run. Throws an interception to Kevin White. First mistake of the day for Petty.
Well, you know what I think happened? I think he got caught in between. Do I throw this away or do I try to get some yardage? And the problem was he threw it to the inside of his receiver instead of the outside. He's got to throw that between the receiver and the sideline, and Kevin White was there for the timely interception. You know, that's one of those times as a quarterback, the defense wins. You either run it for a couple yards, you throw it away and play the next down. I think he got caught hesitating in between and made a costly mistake.
We saw TCU's defense. They live off turnovers. Every game they seem to get at least one. That's White's first interception of the year. They fake the pitch. Boykin going to the end zone. And penalty markers, and also caught for the touchdown. David Porter made an acrobatic catch at the end of a 23-yard pass.
Well, they've run option enough to set that play up. They faked the option. It was a two-man route. They had one receiver running the crossing route to the middle of the end zone, and Porter running the wheel route to the outside. And Boykin got the touchdown.
Defense, number 13. The ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Nice play fake off the option, two-man route. And the ball put in a position to the outside where Porter can make a play on it. Now he caught it, but was a foot down when he caught the football. Yep, there it is.
It's under review.
He got that left foot down, no bobble of the football. A nice throw to the outside away from the defender.
Bill, what do you think about that call? You think he was bobbling it, or did he have control?
That view we saw looked like we had a potential bobble as he was going to the ground. He landed out of bounds then. So if that's determined he didn't have control, finished the process of the catch. Right in there. But it looks, from that angle, it looks like he secured the ball.
Well, I don't know if it's enough to change it.
The left foot landed, but he was still trying to capture it at that point. You see the side judge right there with the flag on the pass interference. So it's either going to be a touchdown or a first down, either way. Again, David Ames is our replay official, talking things over with Randy Crystal.
And the ruling on the field was a catch for a touchdown.
Right. Again, if it's a touchdown, it'll be Boykin's second of the day.
Love the play call. Off of the turnover. An aggressive play that they had not shown. They showed enough option in the first half to set that play up. And they got what they wanted on the play action pass.
Talk about quick points off turnovers. That would be an 8-second touchdown difference after the pick by White. This one's taken a little while. Both sidelines anxiously awaiting the outcome of the replay review.
Well, this is the only thing that's slowing our game down. Because these two teams aren't playing slow, that's for sure.
Should we do a whole bunch of replays right here just to fit them all in for you? Do some telestrating, Todd, while you got a chance.
Or we can get all our promos out of the way right now, too. But this is a big call. There's no question about it.
And we're finally going to get it here.
After review, the pass is incomplete. There is, however, pass interference on the play. So it will be first and goal from the 8-yard line.
As I said, it'd either be a touchdown or a first down. It's the first down with the penalty on pass interference.
Well, he got the foot down, but when the foot was down, he bobbled it after that and didn't get the foot back down. See, there's a little bobble when the foot was off the ground, secured the catch there, but was out of bounds when he landed. So good call. They took their time. Looks like they got it right. But for TCU now, first and goal from the 8.
Two tight ends set here. Boykin has run out of this formation earlier in the game. He's going to give this one off to Catalan. This time, nowhere to hide. Blackshear with a play.
Can't make that decision if you're Catalan. You got to put your nose down, your shoulders down, and get what you can get. You stop and try to go the other way on the 8-yard line. You end up on the 9-yard line.
First time he's been touched when he's down in the red zone today. Second down and goal. Boykin. The corner of the end zone knocked away by Terrell Burt, who was called for the pass interference, and now he comes up with a really nice play.
Went for the same guy, David Porter in the corner. Pretty well thrown ball, and Burt does a nice job reading the eyes of the receiver and getting his hand out there to knock the football away.
Boy, how big would it be for Baylor, as they thought they'd given up a touchdown, if they can hold to a field goal here for TCU. Third down and goal.
Have to be aware of the quarterback run here on third down.
Boykin, the fade to the corner again. And this one, another flag flies in. We'll have another pass interference. This one on Ryan Reed. I don't think he knows it yet. Now he does.
Boy, they just keep testing you. You know, that's the thing with both of these offenses. When you get up and play tight coverage, they are going to continue to test you with throws down the field.
Pass interference, defense number 9. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed on the 2-yard line. First and goal.
Got his hands on him, pushing, not playing the ball.
Never turned around to look either.
I mean, it's just too much contact and an easy call to make.
First and goal at the 2. Catalan in the backfield with Boykin. Already has a couple on the ground today. This time Boykin keeps it, and he loses a yard. Taylor Young, the first guy to make contact, and then he got help from his friends. You can see why Phil Bennett's excited about this redshirt freshman. Not the biggest guy in the world. They list him at 5'10", probably not 225-pounder, but he's a football player. Second down and goal now at the 3. Two tight ends, both receivers to Boykin's right.
They're not going to get the play off.
Wants to throw, and now runs instead, and he is taken out of bounds by Hager.
I don't think TCU got that play off. I thought it should have been a delay of game. And I hate, as an offense, when you let that clock go down, you try to rush the snap. It's a critical down, a critical play. I think you use a timeout there if you're TCU. They got away with it. It was right on the last second, but it was kind of a wasted play. And now it's third down.
Last time they got it to third and goal, they had another pass interference penalty. And now TCU is going to talk things over. Don't want to waste an opportunity when you had what you thought was a touchdown a little bit earlier, and now you still got a shot at one on a third down and goal.
I didn't call shit. We did.
So one more stop by Phil Bennett would force a field goal, we think. Not that we are going to say that's the way Gary Patterson's thinking right now. You got to score as many points in this one as you possibly can. Don't forget tonight on ESPN, SEC doubleheader for you. First at 6, 7th-ranked Crimson Tide face off against Arkansas. Then at 9, 3rd-ranked Rebels are in College Station to take out number 14 Texas A&M. Both games also live on Watch ESPN. Two good ones coming up tonight. TCU by 4 here in the third quarter, and a third down and goal at the 3-yard line upcoming. See what Doug Meacham and Sonny Cumbie have come up with, the two coordinators for TCU.
Doug Meacham was the offensive coordinator at Houston last year. Was at Oklahoma State for several years before that. Former offensive lineman at Oklahoma State. Sonny Cumbie came from Texas Tech, a former quarterback there who was actually recruited to Texas Tech by Art Briles.
Yeah.
So, you know, in this conference, everybody is kind of doing the same kind of thing offensively. They all are playing this spread type offense, no huddle, up tempo. And I don't think there's a whole lot of secrets left anymore in the Big 12.
There's no timeout charge.
Let's see what secret the Horned Frogs came up with. 3rd down and goal.
Play clock.
Did they just say there was no timeout charged to TCU? Huh. Little play clock issue possibly.
Boykin, again the fade. This one he overshot everybody and there are no flags.
Yeah. You know, when you throw that fade to the short side of the field, it's just not very much room. And that time Boykin just too much strength on the throw, and it wasn't even catchable. It wasn't even a position for Dotson to make a play on the ball. So a great stop for the Baylor defense.
I said earlier, after that replay, they take away a touchdown. They had 1st and goal twice, and now they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Not what they were looking for.
And again, the difference in this Baylor team the last year and a half is the way their defense has come alive.
Overcrown, kind of a wicked angle, but the kick is up from 20 yards and good.
Kick is good.
So again, it's back to a touchdown lead. TCU 34-27.
ESPN College Football on ABC. Brought to you by Goodyear. Tires chosen by experts for superior performance. Goodyear, more driven. And Dr. Pepper, always one of a kind.
Some Dr. Pepper floats. That looks good.
Yeah.
So a 20-yard field goal has stretched the lead back to 34-27 TCU. Ravon Boykin has his team in front here midway in the 3rd quarter. Overcrown to kick. Corey Coleman will field this one about a yard deep. And he's coming at you. Cut down as he got out around the 30-yard line.
Well, you got to really credit Phil Bennett's defense on that last possession. After the turnover, the interception, the apparent touchdown, they hold serve, really, even though they give up the field goal, to keep this as a 1-score game, a touchdown difference. That was a huge defensive possession for Baylor.
1st down at the 31 for the Bears. About a 2-yard, 3-yard pickup for Shock Linwood. James McFarland in on the stop. Not a lot of big gains on the ground by either team.
No, both defenses really contesting the running game.
Petty, play action, plenty of time, completes it out to the 45 and across midfield goes Goodley. Pickup of 18.
You know, again, you see the strength of Goodley, 220 pounds. And the cornerback, Kevin White, kind of had his hands on him, but he's too big to even alter in the route and able to make the catch.
Baylor back in TCU territory and going to take a shot. Incomplete. Double coverage back there on Goodley. Kevin White was the closest man to the football. There you see the size of Goodley that Todd's talking about. Built more like a running back than a wide receiver.
Which makes him hard to cover, and it also makes him difficult to tackle after the catch.
50% performance with 3 touchdowns by Petty. And here's a good gainer on the ground by Linwood. 1st down. About the best run that Linwood's had today.
Loved how Art Briles described him, that this kid had a sweet spirit, but a tough soul.
Yeah. 1st down at the 37. And again, Linwood showing a little bit of soul there, spinning all the way down to the 22-yard line. 16 more yards, so back-to-back runs by Linwood. And Baylor's down close to the red zone again.
Nice job by the right tackle, Troy Baker. They run that little power play where they block down and pull the backside tackle.
And this time Linwood takes himself down. Still got about 4 out of it, and he needs a breather.
But see, the beauty of it for Baylor, if you run a few plays with some success, then that sets up their play action that looks just like the run because the line blocks run.
Petty, quick throw. Only about a 2-yard gain by Clay Fuller on the receiving end of that one. And again, Kevin White made the tackle.
Yeah, and that was Goodley's fault. You know, the other receiver that's out there, that's his responsibility to block the first guy. And Kevin White read it quickly and kind of surprised Goodley.
I think this is 2-down territory for Baylor. Trailing by a touchdown. 3rd down at 4. Have to get to the 12-yard line for the first down. And again, his 3rd down passing is about what his overall day has been, 50%. This one's in and out of the hands of Goodley, and it was Paul Dawson, the linebacker. Goodley's looking for a flag and didn't get one. Now we'll see if it's 4-down territory. Looks like it. 4th down and 4.
A lot of times they like to throw quickly to Norwood, who's in the slot at the top, number 42, on these short 4th down plays. They could throw it to him right now.
They're going to keep it on the ground, and they got it. Needed 4, they got almost 6. Chafin with a 1st down run.
Boy, nice job blocking by the left tackle. Their main guy, Spencer Durango, pulled around, got the key block to secure that 1st down.
They can get a 1st down inside the 1. Chafin again, and he's dragging guys down to the 6, close to the 5, in fact.
Art Briles leaning on that big offensive line on this drive right now. Kyle Fuller, the center. Blake Muir, the left guard.
Chafin again. Stood up at the 5, but he again falls forward inside the 4. James McFarland and Marcus Mallett in on the tackle. Big 3rd down, biggest of the day for Baylor and for the TCU defense as well. You can see the yellow line, that's the 1st down marker, so they can get a 1st down at about the 2-foot line. 12th play of the drive. And this time Petty keeps it and then lobs it to nobody.
Yep. He had it. He just wasn't able to make an accurate throw. That's one of those deals where it's a zone read, but instead of it being a quarterback keep, it's a quarterback pass if that cornerback comes up. And Bryce Petty knows he let one get away there because the corner came up to stop the quarterback run. He had Goodley standing by himself in the end zone, but he just threw it over his head.
And they want the sure 3 here. Not going to go on another 4th down. They'll bring out Chris Callahan. 2 for 2 today. 22 and 29. This will be a 20-yard attempt. Kind of a line drive, but he got it. And it cuts the lead to 4 with 5:23 to go, 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive game of the week. A good one, 34-30 TCU.
Oh, look at that last stop. And this is kind of a triple option for Baylor. Here's the first read. Either give it to the back. The second read is the quarterback run. The third read is if the corner comes off the receiver, Bryce Petty can throw it. They took the first 2 away. They gave him the third, but Bryce Petty just not able to make that completion, or it would have been a touchdown.
Let's check in with Holly.
As soon as the ball sailed out of bounds, you could see Bryce Petty just hang his head. He kind of moved his wrist around like, oh, I overthrew it. He came to the sideline. He's sick. But Art Briles, who's not a man of many words, came over, patted his quarterback on the head, hugged him a little bit, and said, don't worry about it. Move on. Bryce Petty's got to move on and forget that last play.
Kickoff short to the 14. Deontay Gray. And he's not going to make it to the 30. as we check in with Robert Flores.
All right, Brad. Taco Bell studio update. Notre Dame has Florida State next week, but they're getting all they can handle from North Carolina. Deshaun Davis to Marquise Williams. Trickeration works in South Bend, and the Heels have a 1-point lead against Notre Dame. Coming up tonight on ABC, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who celebrated his 40th birthday yesterday, racing in Charlotte, Bank of America 500.
All right, Robert, thanks.
Now, I think if you're TCU, you got to find a way to get Listenby back involved in your offense. He's been your big play guy. He's been a little quiet here of late.
Backfield is empty. The throw is quick, and it's to Slanina, and he finally gets wrestled down at around the 37-yard line.
Second half.
5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Very big offensive line for TCU. Doing a nice job of protecting Boykin in the passing game today.
Set to pass again. Now he'll run. Didn't get the first down. Got close. About a yard shy.
Yep, brings up a third and very short. Two-back formation on this third down and short.
Aaron Green in there with Catalan. Run blitz. It's Green in the open field and maybe gone. Aaron Green. And the ball comes out at the 10. Scooped up by Dotson.
Well, you called it. The run blitz took away the second level of defense. And Aaron Green, he just lost it himself. Ryan Reed was in pursuit. And Dotson there to recover. A great call on third and short. Well executed. Vaitai with the big block on Taylor Young. And once again now, TCU first and goal.
At the 2. 58-yard run. Travaris Johnson now in the backfield after that long run by Green. Gets the handle and gets the touchdown. Two-yard touchdown by Johnson. Got a little melee going on after the play.
Nice double team by the center, Joey Hunt, and the left guard, Jamel Naff. Good cutoff block on the backside by Buck Jones, the tight end, number 80. You know, they put Johnson in for that short yardage play. He's a 221-pound back.
Number 75, defense. The penalty bit will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
Andrew Billings.
Yeah, that's twice now we've seen that. A penalty against Baylor's defense that was enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
So the penalty will come on the kickoff. Overchrome in for the point after. Trying to cap off a 70-yard drive in a hurry again in a minute and a half. And it's good. 41-30. Aaron Green hasn't handled it much today, but he had the longest run of the year so far. Given up by Baylor. This 58-yarder got him down close to the 2. And then it was Travaris Johnson. Takes it in from 2 yards out, and TCU trying to pull the upset on the road up by 11. (41-30) TCU, and now Baylor's going to have to answer on this drive, down 2 scores here. And again, the kickoff's going to come from midfield. Billings with that unsportsmanlike, he can't afford to get another one or he will be sitting out the rest of the game. Overcrome just blasts this one. And no return. They'll bring it out to the 25. take a look at our Pacific Life game summary. Bryce Petty, about a 500 day, but some long balls involved in there. 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. Devon Boykin, this long ball, kind of a gift there with 2 guys in the same spot. E.J. Catalon, big game, 2 touchdowns on the ground and a 94-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So that's where we stand. A lot of offense and a lot of time left for this group. We said that Robert Griffin, the 3rd game back in 2011, was the highest scoring one in the series. We still got a lot of points, I think, before this one's over. Petty, the quick throw, that one's batted down. Tua'ua has had a good game today, had a sack earlier.
Read the quarterback's eyes, timed it. You know you can't get to Bryce Petty. Just read his eyes, read the throwing motion, and time your jump.
Bryce has had kind of a tough 3rd quarter. He's 2 out of 7 this half so far.
That can all change with a couple big plays, though.
Yep. That time he got the pass complete to Cannon, who's run out of bounds, but only about a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think they need to try to go to some kind of a double move. Maybe not on this 3rd down play, but if they convert here, TCU very aggressive on defense. They jump on those first moves. They might spring a big one off a double move if they go to it.
770 yards now. There's the long ball, and through the hands of Coleman. Maybe getting a hand on it was O'Mealy.
Yeah, really nice play by O'Mealy. He's underneath coverage. Watch him get in the hip pocket, read the ball, and get that hand in there in front of the reception. Really well played.
So that one could have been a big hitter, but nice play defensively. Will force a punt. 5th 3 and out by Baylor today. They don't have a lot of those usually. Credit TCU's defense. Ross punts, fielded at the 18-yard line, and Eccles Looper with a return of about 10 yards. 54-yard kick. Devon Boykin, good day for him.
Well, coming into the ball game, he was 2nd in the Big 12, averaging 359 yards of total offense a game. Had the big game last week in the win over Oklahoma. Maybe not the same kind of numbers today, but he has taken advantage of some opportunities, and on the road has played a very strong ball game, and he's taking care of the football, which is critical to win on the road in conference.
Baylor's defense got to get a stop here, because TCU gets any more kind of points, and it's going to be hard to catch up even if you're Baylor. Boykin going to heave it long. Double coverage, caught anyway by Listenby. Todd said they had to get him involved. I don't know if throwing into double coverage is what they had planned, but it's 45 yards.
You give the guy a chance. Even though it's great coverage, it's one of those no, no, no. Oh, my guy made a great play. Okay.
Boykin on 1st down once more. Goes outside, complete near the 20. To Dotson again.
And those 2 plays show you what this pass game is made of. It's Listenby on the big throws down the field. It's Dotson on the route running, the possession type throws. And then the speed guy on the inside is Gray, number 20.
Comes a blitz. Boykin gets rid of it in a hurry, and incomplete. Deontay Gray was the intended receiver.
Yeah, and I don't know whose mistake this was, but they had single coverage with Gray with no safety help, and they could have had a big one there.
3rd down and 3. Empty backfield for Boykin. Going to throw that same fade to the corner, and incomplete. Played pretty well by Ryan Reed. And it's 4th down.
Well, again, Baylor's defense comes up with a big stop. A little bit underthrown on that ball. Ryan Reed in great position.
Baylor's defense has given up 41 today, and you can see that hasn't happened this year to Phil Bennett's defense.
Well, and they knew that they had not played an offense anywhere near as good as TCU to this point in the season.
Oberkron will try a 37-yard field goal to make it a 2-touchdown game. And he's got it, but not by much. 44-30 now. So obviously Baylor knows exactly what they need just to get back in this thing with 2:15 remaining in the third quarter. Reminder for you, chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup heads to the second race of the contender round. It's win and move on. Bank of America 500 at Charlotte coming up tonight. Immediately after our game, as a matter of fact. So a 52-yard drive in just 4 plays, and again just 49 seconds is all it took. The one big pass play was Boykin to Lisenby for 45-yarder, and then they cap it off with a field goal. Baylor's fans hoping that their high-powered offense, #1 scoring offense in the country, can find a way to get to their usual 51 points a game. That might be what it takes to win this. Kick will go to Coleman about a yard deep. Corey Coleman, he's got a little bit of an avenue. Oh man, did he get tagged when he got to the 30-yard line though.
Well, Baylor's offense has had some opportunities for some big plays, and most of the time it's occurred when they've gotten the safeties to react to the run fake. That's opened up single coverage opportunities downfield for Bryce Petty. They're going to have to gain some ground here in the second half. Here again, you got the 3 receivers set, and watch the deeper coverage react and leave somebody single running down the field, and Bryce Petty making the right decision. I do think that TCU will stay aggressive defensively here as we get closer towards the fourth quarter, and Baylor will have some opportunities for some double moves against the safeties of TCU.
Petty, play action. And the throw short of the first down, but complete to Goodley. And again, they'll line up in a hurry on second down and short. They had led every minute of every game, and they have not led in this game so far.
But in no way an insurmountable lead for Baylor. I mean, they're fine offensively. Get a first down conversion on the run there, out near midfield. A lot of options for Bryce Petty here.
First down at the 41. Again, off play action, completes it again to Goodley, and he got 8 or 9.
See, now Baylor tried to run a double move that time with KD Cannon, but Bryce Petty made the right decision because they covered Cannon, but they left Goodley open.
First down run by Linwood into TCU territory. Bryce Petty going deep. Man's there. Through his hands. Should have probably had it. Cannon went right through his hands, and it would have been a touchdown.
Well, it's the double move. He shows post, and then he breaks it out straight. And it was a good throw by Petty. Away from the defender. Cannon just not able to bring it in.
Tough catch it would have been after you see it the second time, but still catchable. Second down at 10 at the 48. Coleman trying to stiff on the defender, and he gets upended at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great defense that time. First it was Sam Carter, maintained leverage, forced him outside, and they made Coleman run all the way to the sideline to gain 1 yard.
That's where Kevin White dropped him. Third down and 9. 3 out of 14 on third down conversions today is all for the Bears. Petty fires long, man there, caught, touchdown. Fourth touchdown pass of the day for Petty. A beautiful strike to Jay Lee.
Well, credit the protection, too. Outstanding time for Bryce Petty to read that and let that play develop.
$70 yards in 7 plays. And a dandy of a long ball again off the right hand of Bryce Petty.
This play took some time to develop. Watch the protection, the pocket. It was 3 defenders on 2. 2 defenders went with the inside receiver, Lynn Hawthorne. That left Jay Lee open, running by himself, and he ran right by O'Mealy. And a beautiful throw for Bryce Petty. Again, you don't have great numbers in terms of completion percentage, but you do have opportunities to make big throws down the field, and Bryce Petty capitalized again.
Let's check in with Holly.
Bryce Petty told us yesterday that the #1 determining factor on how accurate he is whether or not he has a chance to get his feet set. He has been under duress so much today with this defense in front of TCU disrupting him and his footwork trying to make throws, but that time, guys, he had time to get his feet set and delivered a beautiful ball. Time is all he needs if he can just get a little bit.
50% day, but a 4-touchdown outing. And now it's down to a touchdown.
4 touchdowns and the average yards per completion well over 20 yards. So, I mean, it's feast or famine when you play a defense like this.
Let's see how they handle the kickoff this time. They had a pooch kick earlier to try to keep it out of Catalan's hands, and they ended up with excellent field position, TCU, I mean, by calling a fair catch.
I don't
Same
like
thing, but that's
field.
Neverland there. It's fielded at the 20.
Yeah, I don't like shortening the field this way for TCU.
31 seconds remaining in the quarter. The way this thing's been going, Trevon Boykin might come out here and throw in about 60 yards on first down. Fly sweep, end around. It's going to be a pass if he can get it away. Echols Looper going deep and caught inside the 15 by Catalan.
Well, this was a great throw, but the play was made by the quarterback, Trevon Boykin, getting a block on Sean Oakman. Watch the quarterback get a key block to enable the throw to even be made. He blocks Oakman just enough out of the way to allow the throw to be made. And what a beautiful throw it was.
And a gorgeous catch as well at the 9-yard line. As the quarter is going to wind down. And why not with a big play?
Yeah. And again, you don't make that call if you're a coordinator, if you're backed up deep in your territory. Short kick, good field position, go ahead and be aggressive.
Crazy 3 quarters. I don't think you want to go anywhere. This presentation of college football continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Back at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. What a 3 quarters of football we've had. And here we go. Quarter number 4. And we've got TCU in front. And they've got it at the 9-yard line of the Bears, trying to add to their lead. First and goal. Boykin wanted to throw the slant. Flushed out of the pocket now, and he'll run with it. Got a couple, and then he's taken out of bounds. KG Smith with a tackle.
Good decision by Boykin. You know, he gave it as long as he could for the pass part of it to develop. It wasn't there, and so he does the smart thing, gain 4 or 5, and get out of bounds.
We've had 961 yards of offense so far today. Second down and goal. Straight up the middle and again. Untouched this time, Aaron Green for the score.
Well, Bryce Hager has had a good ball game, but he ran himself right out of the play. Watch Hager right here. Just ran right outside the run. The motion took one guy out, and Hager took himself out in the course that he took to the backfield. And another easy run touchdown for TCU.
And another short scoring drive in terms of time of possession. 1 minute and 6 seconds. Overcrome to try to make it 51-37. Does. And again, a 2-touchdown difference. Baylor's going to have to fight back again. First, it was the long pass play that got him down. Close. Green took it 6 yards. Horned Frogs 51-37. Celebrating its 10th year sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets, Allstate makes contributions to participating universities' scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kicked. We've had a lot of both today. Since 2005, Allstate's contributed more than $3.4 million in scholarship funds.
You know, coming in, one of the things we talked about at the top of the show, Brad, was we knew TCU with Gary Patterson plays great defense, but this year their offense has given them balance. If there was any question whether their offense and the new look offense was legit, I think they've answered it again today.
This kick coming out for Corey Coleman from about 3 yards deep, trying to get to the edge. And he did, and then taken out of bounds at the 25-yard line. B.J. Catalon today, not a bad day, actually. Got a couple of touchdowns on the ground. Wasn't even touched. Should take his lineman out for pizza or something. This long ball from Eccles Looper on the end around option pass, and then a 94-yard kickoff return for a score as well. You know, he had a touchdown on the ground and one as a receiver last week against Oklahoma, and a 57-yard kickoff return. Today's even better. Bryce Petty knows what he's up against now. Throws far side, caught by Goodley. Goodley almost got away, but tripped up by Kevin White. And now it's not any big secret that Baylor's got to throw and throw and throw some more.
Well, the good thing for them is they're built for it.
Yep.
You know, their line is used to pass protecting.
Play action, and Petty is nailed as he was trying to throw. Let's see, was it a fumble or was his arm going forward?
That's going to be close.
And he's slow getting up, too.
You know, he injured a couple vertebrae in the SMU game, missed a game, said this was the first week that he felt pain-free. It was Mallet on the pressure.
Helmet to helmet with his own guy, too. They keep it on the ground this time. Maybe he'll let Petty make sure he's feeling all right before he throws another one. He gets it out to the 35-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Four sacks today. That's a season high allowed. 3rd and 11, and whistle stop play here. False start.
Wow.
False start. Offense number 4. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Jay Lee, the false start, and he heads to the sideline. So 3rd and 11 was bad enough. It's 3rd and 16 now. 10 penalties again on Baylor this week after 10 in the Texas win last week. Changing up receivers. And Petty in an empty set. 3rd down and 16. He's got to get all the way out to the 46-yard line for a 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He ain't going to try to run for it. Got a long way to go. Where'd he go out? About a yard short.
Yeah, looks to be a hair short. Great effort. He tried to reach the football past the marker, but I think he stepped out of bounds before that happened.
You know, they're going for it here on 4th and a yard.
previous play is under review.
They're going to make sure of the spot here.
Yeah. Which this may play in TCU's favor, actually. See, he's trying to reach the ball past the marker, but I think he stepped out of bounds before the ball crossed the plane. Very close, though, and a tremendous effort by Bryce Petty. Knew what he needed, knew exactly where the mark was.
I think they got it about right. I think it's in a pretty good spot. But they'll look at it upstairs with David Ames. Art Briles ready to go for it on 4th and whatever it's going to be. This is a little different angle for you. Bill, what do you think?
I think we've got a first down. When he jumped from inbounds and crossed. Let's see.
After review, the previous play is confirmed.
Interesting, because as he jumped and crossed, it looked like he had extended the ball and crossed the sideline at a spot beyond the line of game. But those are the hardest ones for replay because you don't have that view right there.
Exactly.
And the reason I thought the replay and the time delay helps TCU is it allowed them to get their defense set on this 4th and short. If they were going on a hurry-up play, they might not have been in position for this short yardage play on 4th down. As it is, they're ready to go.
We're approaching the 12-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Biggest play of the day for the Bears, 4th and 1. And he got it. Linwood by inches.
Well, I'll tell you, Paul Dawson timed his jump, came flying over the top, and if he would have been about 3 inches to the left, he would have stopped that play short of the first down, but he missed him by about 3 inches.
So first down at the 46. Petty play action. Got hammered as he threw, and it's incomplete.
Both linebackers, Dawson and Mallett, both. They're met at the quarterback.
Well, if Bryce said that he felt the best he's felt all season long, he's not going to feel that way tomorrow morning, I don't think.
See, what the linebackers are doing is they're not blitzing right away. They're allowing the offensive line to get engaged and then coming a little bit late, and they get a free run right at the quarterback from the inside.
Second down at 10. Petty waits and waits and almost waited too long, and he still threw a strike to Cannon.
No, it was incomplete. That bounced.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Again, Petty was under duress. He was throwing that ball backing up, so he didn't have a lot on it. Chucky Hunter, number 96, was the guy applying the pressure. And there you see the ball came out.
So another third down and long. Needs 10 and throws an interception. Marcus Mallett going the other way. TCU touchdown.
Now this is just a beautiful play by Marcus Mallett. Last week it was Paul Dawson doing the same thing. Watch Mallett right in the middle of the screen. Watch him just read the eyes of the quarterback and step right into the throwing lane. Bryce Petty didn't know he was there. He was looking at his receiver only. Mallett read his eyes, slipped in front, and scored a touchdown.
A flag down with the extra point upcoming. Second interception suffered by Bryce Petty today. And despite 4 touchdowns, now his team's going to be down by 3.
And again, the problems on third down. 4 of 17 now for Baylor on third down. This TCU defense contests everything. And when they get a little bit of a lead like they had right now, that was a 3-man rush, a zone defense, and a beautiful zone drop and read by the middle linebacker, Marcus Mallett.
Conversation is going on with Art Briles before we get the call on the penalty.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, 2 unsportsmanlike conduct fouls, number 1 on the scoring team, number 17 on the scoring team. Both of those fouls, being dead ball fouls, will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
It was a 30-yard penalty, or 30 yards worth. Carter and Hackett both with unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Meanwhile, the extra points upcoming, and it's going to be a 3-touchdown deficit that Baylor's got to make up.
And Bryce Petty looks shell-shocked on the sideline. Those shots we just saw.
Yeah.
And he looks like, what just happened?
Knows what he needs to do now, and time is of the essence. 11:38 to play. 58-37 TCU. TCU trying to go to 5-0 and pull off another top 5 upset like we had so many of last week. We welcome those of you that have been watching Michigan State and Purdue. Here it's 9th-ranked TCU with a 3-touchdown lead on number 5 Baylor. The wackiness of last Saturday seeping right into Waco right now. TCU, by kind of a quirky schedule, had 2 off dates in September. So they come in here and they're only 1-0 in conference play and 4-0 overall and ranked 9th, and they made the big jump after they upset Oklahoma last week. Maybe these aren't upsets anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm impressed with TCU. I mean, I knew they could play defense. They had 9 starters back from a good defense of a year ago. But they're the most improved offense in college football this year. And Trevon Boykin playing at a very high level. This is a team, their 3rd year in the Big 12, is wanting to be recognized, and the change in their offense is the key to the team.
They've done it just about every way they can today. 5 touchdowns with their offense, 1 with their defense that you just saw, and the interception return, and then a 94-yard kickoff return. So the special teams, the defense, offense, everybody scoring. Kickoff comes from the 10. It's going to give Baylor great field position once they field this. They'll be at midfield or better. It'll be better. 45, almost a 44-yard line.
You know, we mentioned this TCU defense. Last week in the upset against Oklahoma, Paul Dawson in the 4th quarter, a key interception that was returned for a touchdown. That turned the game. And then just moments ago, the other linebacker, Marcus Mallett, with a 4th quarter interception, returned for a touchdown to possibly put this game out of reach for the Horned Frogs. Offense and defense, TCU, they're for real.
Pretty good day for Mallett. A sack, a forced fumble, and a touchdown on the pick. On the ground is Linwood, picked up 3. Going to be down around the 11-minute mark on the next snap. And it's a good thing Baylor goes fast, because they're going to need every second they can muster here. This is going to be a first down and then some. Linwood taken down in the open field by Hackett, but he picks up 14. Those kind of runs are at least going to keep him honest on the play fakes. First down at the 28. And now we are at the 11-minute mark. Straight up the middle again, and same result. No, bigger than that. First and goal.
Well, Baylor's showing a lot of fight here. TCU expecting a throw-only possession. And Baylor coming out running the football.
Chapin now checks into the backfield. First down at the 7. He gets the call. He walks in. Touchdown. Seven-yard touchdown run by Devin Chapin.
Nice job by Desmond Hilliard, the right guard, pulling around to lead on that play. Made it look easy. Again, TCU, I think, anticipating pass only, and they got kind of punched in the mouth on that drive.
Trying to get it back to 2 touchdowns. Callahan's extra points. Up and good. Well, when they needed some shock value, they got it from Shock Linwood. And then Chafin did the rest from 7 yards out. 58-44.
ESPN College Football on ABC. Brought to you by Pacific Life. For insurance, annuities, and investments, choose Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed. And Cadillac.
Texas Ranger Museum, and of course, the greatest Ranger of them all, the lone. Kemosabe, we've had quite a game here today so far.
We have.
58-44.
And there's a lot of time left.
There is a lot of time left.
A lot of time.
We may never get another kickoff from the normal line, though. 58 points, most scored on the road against an AP top 5 team. Here's a high pooch kick again. And this one takes a bounce. And that, you can't call a fair catch after it bounces, can you? Deontay Gray, he called a fair catch after it. I don't know. This one's got to come back, doesn't it?
The previous play is under review.
Well, he did try to call a fair catch, but it was after the ball had bounced.
Bill, what do you think about this one?
What do they do with that, Bill?
Well, you're right. The ball already bounced, so he doesn't get entitlement to a fair catch. Right. But if he gives that signal, or any signal other than shading his eyes, that ball's should become dead at the spot he possessed it.
Well, not only did he give the signal, he stopped. I mean, he caught the ball and stopped. And then he took off again, thinking, I don't know if I get to do this or not.
But I'm going to try it.
He probably didn't hear a whistle, so he said, hey, let's go.
But again, the unsportsmanlike penalty, the short kick, this has hurt Baylor all night, either by penalty or by choice of kicking away from Catalan after the 94-yard kickoff return. They have given a shorter field to TCU for most of this football game by choice or by the fact of penalty.
And we may not have said it because we had already been to the commercial break. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty was after the last touchdown, and we didn't get it until we were in a break. So let's see what the call is here.
After review, the receiver of the kickoff, after the ball hit the ground, gave a waving motion. Any waving motion kills the ball. The ball will be brought back to the 34-yard line. It will be 1st and 10.
Well, you heard it first from Bill up here.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. Interpreted correctly.
Look at Gray. He's still smiling. He's thinking exactly what you said. Well, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm going to take off and see what happens. So they bring it back. We've had just about everything you can possibly have in a football game today. We've had over 1,000 yards of offense, over 100 points, and as Todd said, 10.5 minutes to go. So that cost him about 31 yards, but we knew that one was coming back.
10:36 on the game clock. 10:36.
If Baylor could come up with a turnover of their own, we'd really be in for a whale of a finish.
Well, I think Baylor, with this much time, they've got to be really sound on defense. They've had some problems today. They've given up a lot of plays. They've given up 58 points. They can't afford to be too overly aggressive trying to force the action right here and give up another big, easy scoring play.
Kyle Hicks in the backfield with Boykin. Crowd takes a breather before they'll get noisy here again in a moment. Boykin gonna heave one long. Almost picked off. That would have been the turnover Baylor was looking for. Ryan Reed had a better play on the ball than Porter did.
Ryan Reed's played a pretty good ball game. Even though their defense has given up a lot of points, he's made a lot of plays on the football because TCU has tried to throw it downfield all day. And Ryan Reed has been, for the most part, up for the challenge.
Second down at 10. Option to Hicks. Hicks with a stiff arm. Nice run. Run out of bounds in front of the Baylor bench. Picked up about 4. Here's a big, big third down for the Bears defense. They're trying to change up personnel. Try to stop a 3rd and 6.
Slanina has been the possession receiver for Boykin here in the second half. He's in the slot at the bottom.
Low snap. Slant is good. Complete to Story.
Boy, what poise by Boykin. Bad snap. Didn't panic. Went down and got the football and was still able to get his feet in position to make an accurate throw for the first down.
Pretty good job by Story. He had to readjust his helmet, get his face mask so he could see the ball coming before he caught it. 8 different receivers Trevon Boykin has utilized today so far.
Vaitai has moved back to the left tackle position. Joseph Noteboom is playing right tackle. So Fabulajay out of the ball game. They're starting left tackle here on this possession.
Boykin runs out of trouble and got about 4 yards. KJ Smith was applying the pressure. He got around that. Nice job picking up what he could. Here's Fabulajay, who Todd was just talking about. Actually a 5-yard pickup for Trevon. Second down and 5 at the Baylor 49 as we approach 9 minutes.
Boykin's got cramps. You see him pulling on his foot. He's got a cramp in his calf, in his right calf right now.
Pass is batted down. Taylor Young got a hand on it.
Well, they had 2 guys running into the same area as well. A little miscommunication by the 2 slot receivers on that second down play.
Can Baylor's defense get TCU off the field? Option. Boykin keeps it and goes down after a pickup of 1. It's 4th down.
Good stop by the Baylor defense. You know, the good news for them also is because Boykin ran out of bounds, because Aaron Green or Hicks ran out of bounds, because there was an incomplete pass, the clock they didn't lose much time until that play. That was the only play where the clock kept running at the end of the play.
Ethan Perry to punt, and that's Levi Norwood on the other end. Fair catch taken inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. 8:02 remaining. Baylor's got it back, but they're 2 touchdowns back.
I'm Robert Flores with a studio update. Kansas, who has won just 3 conference games since 2008, was tied with Oklahoma State until Tyreek Hill goes 99 yards. Get your cold cuts, get your cold cuts. And the Cowboys have a 7-point lead late in Lawrence. Coming up tonight here on these ABC stations, Kyle Busch and the rest of the Cup Tour. Racing in Charlotte, Bank of America 500. Brad, back to you.
All right, Robert. Baylor 92 yards away from trying to make it a 1-touchdown game, and there's going to be pass interference and maybe a horse collar on top of it on Kevin White.
Yeah, not a very smart penalty because that ball was probably not going to be caught. It looked like it was going to be an overthrown pass. Kevin White with an obvious penalty. He got beat quickly to the inside, and I think he just panicked after that.
Pass interference defense, number 25. The result of the play, first down.
He's beat right now and grabbed with the right hand and tried to reach for the ball with the left hand. Right now, if you're TCU, you just want to make the clock run and try to keep the ball in front of you. Don't give up something over your head.
Petty, wide open receiver, nobody around Corey Coleman. Coleman's got a first down. Steps out of bounds at the 40.
Smart move by Coleman. Get what you can get out of bounds. Save your timeouts. Save as much clock as you can.
Picked up 18 yards. They moved the sticks with 7:49 to play. And now Petty with a quick throw again to Coleman. Coleman almost got away and still got 9, not quite enough for a first down. Now the Bears know they got to put the pedal to the metal and keep on picking up first downs. And here's another one. Linwood, shock to the 30. 22 more yards.
Pulled the backside guard, Jarrell Broxton, with a nice block. Sneak a run in there every now and then. They almost popped that one for a touchdown.
Yeah, and ready for play at the 29. It's Chafin, and he's tripped up after a short game by Dawson, the linebacker.
See, the beauty for Baylor is their whole offense on every down, every quarter is a 2-minute offense. It's a hurry-up offense. So they're not playing any differently now with any more sense of urgency at this point in the game than they would when they started the game. So they're built to try to come back in this situation.
Play action on 2nd and 9. Long ball, streak on the sideline. Touchdown, Goodley. That'll be an interference call. It'll be declined. It'll be a touchdown of 28 yards.
Pass interference defense, number 25. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
Well, they picked on Kevin White this drive. They got the interference earlier. This time, this is a perfect throw by Bryce Petty. Right over the outside shoulder. Goodley goes up and high points to catch. And again, with a 220-pound receiver, that contact by a cornerback does nothing to disrupt his route or his concentration on the football.
A one-score game.
Bryce Petty, they ran it for some success. Go right back to play action. Good protection. Out over the outside to your mature receiver, Goodley. That strong body fights off the contact and goes up and makes a strong-handed catch over Kevin White.
Said they were 92 yards away from making it a one-score game. That's what they made it. And it only took them 1 minute and 23 seconds to do so. Career-high game for Bryce Petty, who's thrown 2 interceptions, but now 451 and 5 touchdowns. And in the highest scoring game in this series history that dates to 1899, 58-51. No, we're not done yet.
Nope. You know, and whereas the last possession for TCU, they might have been able to think, let's eat some clock. They didn't do that. Now they can't think that way. They got to think aggressive and scoring again.
Again, pooch kick. This one diving catch at the 35-yard line.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Tonight, coming up 9 o'clock on ESPN, Bo Wallace and third-ranked Ole Miss at College Station to take on Kenny Hill, number 14, Texas A&M.
How does Bo Wallace and Ole Miss handle what's happening to them right now. They won a huge one at home last week. They go on to the road. A very difficult test tonight for them in College Station.
Now the test is TCU's offense. They'd like to chew some clock and get some more points because they know what's on the other side. A quarterback who showed 5 touchdowns and can do it in a hurry. Boykin flushed out of the pocket. Still on the run and throws it away, incomplete.
Yeah, but that's okay for Baylor because not only do they gain any yards, they stop the clock. And 6 minutes and 30 seconds is an eternity for Bryce Petty and this Baylor offense. So they'll let them stop the clock as much as they want.
Second down and 10 at the 34. 2 backs in there right now, Catalan and Green. They'll give it off to Catalan, sweeping the left side, and he got to the 40. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Fans don't need much urging, but they're getting it from the Baylor sideline. Blitz coming on Boykin. Quick throw, incomplete. Baylor's going to get it back.
Boykin knew pressure was going to come. He actually got it picked up by Catalan. His back did a nice job picking up the blitz. He rushed that throw a little bit, and when it is that inaccurate, and they got to punt the football.
Great kick. Norwood's got to backpedal all the way inside the 10 again. Well, they went 92 last time. If they go 92 more, we're going to be tied. Hang around. We'll find out together. Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive game of the week. It's been a dandy. Right now, Baylor needs another championship drive of their own to tie this thing up.
Well, TCU only was able to eat up 58 seconds of clock on that last offensive possession. So Bryce Petty takes over. 5 minutes and 41 seconds left. We talked about strength on strength. Baylor offense, TCU defense.
Petty fires deep down the middle. Got it. Flags down. Cannon with the catch.
Cannon with the catch. Flag in the area where you might expect holding on Baylor. Nope. Maybe an illegal hands to the face on TCU in that same area.
Personal fouls. Defense. Number 96. Hands to the face. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. 1st and 10.
Wow, that's a big play. 15 on top of what they picked up. 26 on the pass play.
There it is right there in the middle. Actually, he had his hands on the jersey, but it was pushing up into the face mask.
Bears at the midfield stripe. Down a touchdown. And on the ground, a nice run again by Linwood. Hesitated a little bit. Found the hole he needed and got 10. Petty, quick throw out in the flat to Cannon. Cannon's got about 8 more.
Strength versus strength. Baylor offense, TCU defense. Art Briles, chess match against Gary Patterson. Who has the upper hand here at this point in the game? Baylor right now on the march.
2nd down and 2. And it's Linwood again, getting to the 2nd level before he's dragged down by Sam Carter. And another 1st down and a fired up running back right now.
They keep pulling that backside guard. It's a power run. They throw, then they sneak that little power in. And they've gotten good success running the football here in the 4th quarter.
I said earlier Baylor might run 100 plays. That was number 100. Here's 101. Touchdown. in 5 plays. Just under a minute. And we're tied at 58.
Well, what a beautiful throw by Bryce Petty. Play action. Lofts it up perfectly for Coleman, who had beaten Tejada on the play. Single coverage. Coleman just ran right by him. When we talked to Bryce Petty yesterday, I was so impressed with him. As impressive of a kid as we've talked to in the last several years,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And he talked about he's got to relax and let the game come to him. He started a little slowly today, and then he kind of realized what kind of game it was going to be. I got to be patient. I got to take some shots down the field. I may not have the greatest completion percentage, but I'm going to have opportunities to make big plays, and he has really come to life here, particularly in the second half.
I almost wish I was down there with those guys.
Yeah. Wow, what a ball game.
Baylor 21 unanswered points in the last 5 minutes and 57 seconds.
And was that back-to-back 92-yard drives?
92 and 91.
Jeez.
One took a minute 23, one took 59 seconds. Finally, they kick deep to the 1-yard line to Gray. Gray going to go down before he can get to the 25. Well, I guess he got to the 25, and we check in with Robert Flores.
All right, Brad, right now on ESPN News, NASCAR coverage in anticipation of the Bank of America 500 in Charlotte. Some big names on the brink of elimination. Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Once the football game is over, once they're done in Waco, the race is on ABC.
Remember when it was 58-37? It's not anymore.
It's been a long time since TCU has had a big play, an explosive play. A run over 10, a pass over 20.
Boykin threw it high, but Gray snatched it and picked up about 4.
They've had 5 of each in the ball game. Runs of 10 or more, passes of 20 or more. Baylor's had 17 explosive plays. That's why they're right back tied in the football game.
2nd down and 6 at the 30. Boykin hands it off. Catalan on the sweep, and he got the first down.
Good hard-nosed run. At the end, he chipped that shoulder and got the first down. I mean, if you're TCU right now, the way Baylor has sliced up your defense 2 possessions in a row, you want to take some time on this drive. You want to score, but you don't want to leave Baylor and Bryce Petty with very much time at all. So that means you use the clock, and you also use your running game on this drive if you can.
Time of possession virtually dead even today between these two. No gain on that one for Hicks. Billings, the first guy to meet him, along with Blackshear.
You know, the thing that TCU needs to remember, and Boykin, is that even though it's tied, they've never trailed in this game.
Right.
You know, so the game is not out of hand for them right now. They just got to stick to what they've done when they had success offensively.
As we approach the 3-minute mark again, off the left side goes Aaron Green. And now we got a huge 3rd down upcoming. I think there's a few folks that left when it was a 21-point deficit. They're all going to say they were here right now.
Well, there's a bunch of them still here, that's for sure.
3rd down and 8. You'll know in a second whether or not they pick up this first down or not by the crowd's reaction. Blitz. They do get it. Boykin with a perfect strike to Porter.
What a big-time throw by Boykin. He knows he's going to get hit. The pressure comes right up through the inside. The worst place you want it to come if you're a quarterback. He stayed in there, stepped into the throw, and delivered a strike for the first down.
A little confusion, I think, as to who they wanted in there personnel-wise. They come in with a couple of tight ends.
2 critical 3rd down conversions on this drive so far. The run by Catalan and that throw right there by Boykin.
Catalan's in there with Boykin in the backfield on first down at the 48. He'll get the handle. Only got about a yard and got drilled. Oakman and Young on the stop. We're under 2 minutes.
I think I said 2 third-down conversions. The run by Catalan was a second-down run. That pass for Boykin was a third-down conversion. But those first downs keep the clock going, and that's what you want if you're TCU. You want to score or put yourself in position to score, but limit the time Baylor might have.
You saw Oberchrome warming him up on the sidelines. 2nd and 8. Boykin threw his receiver, fell down. Jawan Story slipped out there.
It was a corner blitz. The first time Baylor's shown that, a corner blitz from the short side. And that's one where the quarterback and receiver have to be on the same page to read that. Boykin saw it. I don't think Story did.
Another 3rd down. They got 10 last time when they needed 8.
Last time Baylor blitzed. Let's see if they drop in coverage on this 3rd down or come after him again.
Boykin, empty backfield. Throws a slant again. This one's too high. Incomplete. Fourth down.
Colin Brent's on the coverage. He's had an active football game. He was a walk-on his first 4 years, was awarded a scholarship to start this season. His father was a highly successful high school coach in Plano, Texas. And he has made a few big plays in this ball game tonight, none bigger than that one. Baylor's got too many guys on the field. They're going to get a penalty here. That should be a penalty because Baylor was running a guy late off the field. They got it called in the back end. Terrell Burt was running off the field late.
It was 4th and 8. So the officials with the conference going on. Gary Patterson has seen his team be up by 21 and now tied at 58.
Substitution infraction by the receiving team. The penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. 4th down.
So it'll be 4th and 3 now.
Gary Patterson wouldn't try to pull the trigger here on 4th and 3, would he? They need to get to the 42-yard line.
Well, if I'm Baylor, I'm playing safe here. I mean, I'm playing safe punt return. I'm not going after the kicker. They're going for it.
They're not going. They're not going to punt. They're going.
I think Gary Patterson is saying, I don't think my defense can stop Baylor again, and especially if we go to overtime, I don't like our chances of stopping him. We have to try to win the football game here. Now he calls timeout.
TCU, it's their first.
So he's got
timeout is 30 seconds.
Extra half minute to think this over.
Well, I don't know if he just wanted to see what kind of defensive look, if he could run a play against I don't know. We'll see.
He's still got Boykin right there with him. Boykin talking to his offensive line. And what probably is the wildest game of this college football season in week 6. A lot of records are falling.
Well, if you're going to run a play here on 4th and 3, no, they're going to punt the football. They wanted to see what kind of a look. If they got the punt return team from Baylor, they might have run a play. Baylor had their defensive unit out there, and they called timeout and want to kick the football.
You look behind Ethan Perry. Remember, there's been one bad snap today that went over his head.
Oh, no. Are they taking another timeout?
They are.
Timeout. TCU. That's their second.
I'm not sure what the reason for that one is. Bryce Petty just waiting on the sideline right now, waiting for one more chance. Is he going to get it or not? We're about ready to find out. I'm not quite sure why the second timeout was taken, Ledge.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, there was a little confusion. They were waiting to see the look. I don't know if they were thinking about a potential fake there, but Gary Patterson was the guy who ultimately called the second timeout. So a little confusion on the TCU sideline, and I'm sure a little apprehension about giving the ball back to Bryce Petty right now, who has really got the hot hand.
If you're just joining us, you missed an unbelievable game. It's been over 4 hours. We've got a tie game at 58-58, and it seems like about 5 minutes ago of clock time, it was a 21-point lead for TCU.
Right now, Baylor, who's about to get the football back, 753 yards of offense. Nope.
And now they're going again.
Unbelievable. I don't think Gary Patterson believes that his defense can win the game for him. He's going to put the ball in the hands of his quarterback, Trevon Boykin.
And Boykin's all by himself in that backfield. 4th and 3. Boykin gonna loft one deep on the sideline. Broken up. Baylor's gonna get it back.
Well, they've gone after Reed again. Reed has played solid all night, and he was right there in perfect position to knock the ball away from Dotson. Yes, there's contact. Yes, there's some pushing and grabbing by both guys, but on 4th down, you don't make that call. Ryan Reed with a big-time play.
So Baylor takes over at its own 45. 1:11 to go. All their timeouts. Their last 2 touchdown drives have gone 1:23 and then 59 seconds. It's an eternity for them right now, and they keep it on the ground. And it's Linwood for 9. And into TCU territory. A minute to play. Linwood again got the first down by a couple.
Clock stops while they move the chains. No, you need to use a timeout at this point.
Callahan has done well today, but has not been asked to kick anything long. In fact, 29's his longest of the year, and that was today. Petty going long. Had a guy wide open, Cannon, and missed him. And missed him badly.
Cannon had the safety, Derek Kindred, turned around on the outbreak. And Bryce Petty, who has been super sharp here in the 4th quarter, just missed that one.
2nd down and 10 with 41 seconds remaining in regulation. Petty's already thrown 6 touchdown passes today. Comes up firing and in and out of the hands of Coleman. And it's 3rd down and 10. But this is 2-down territory. They don't have a long ball kicker. They've got to get to the 33 for a first down. 3rd down and 10. 3rd
down and 10. Coleman's out of the game. I would expect Goodley is the guy that Bryce Petty will try to get the ball to if he can, if the coverage allows him to. Goodley will be at the top of the screen, up here.
Petty, play action. Pumps now, goes long. Man there, in and out of the hands of Norwood. And a flag down.
Pass interference. Defense number 3.
Got single coverage. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. I don't think that's any worse than the play on 4th down that we saw Ryan Reed not get called for. I don't think you make that call pass interference. I'm sorry. I do not agree with that call.
Gave Baylor the first down they needed at the 28-yard line.
TCU had a 4th down play. There was contact. There was pushing. Ryan Reed made a nice play. No penalty.
Petty, he's thrown 6. Incomplete on that one. Never gave his receiver a chance. Jay Lee, as that one goes out of bounds. Down to 27 seconds. Again, Callahan is warming up.
2nd down.
Second down and 10. At the TCU 28-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Linwood again. And Linwood got it to the 22. Baylor again has all their timeouts. Now they use one.
Baylor. That's their first. It's 30 seconds in length.
Check in with Holly.
We asked Art Briles, what's the biggest misconception about your football team? And he said, everybody thinks because we're a spread that we're a spread, and all we do is score a lot of points. But what I believe our football team is tough. We're strong. We're a team that runs the football. And guys, boy, have they shown that here in the fourth quarter. We'll see if they can finish it here.
Third down and 4. Right now, if they ask that young man to win it, he would try from 39. The way this game has gone, it might end up on a touchdown in the next play for all we know.
Very easily could. You know, and the reason you might see Art Briles be aggressive here is because they're not going to lose the game on a missed kick or a bad pass. It's tied. You know, they're looking at it right now. Worst case scenario, we go to overtime at home and our quarterback is hot.
The only thing you don't want to do is take a sack or throw an interception. Third down and 4 for Bryce Petty. And they keep it on the ground. And it's a first down run by Linwood again. And he's still going. 19 seconds and a timeout.
Timeout. Baylor. That's their second timeout. It's 30 seconds.
Boy, that's just power. They've done a nice job of keeping Linwood rested. He had the big game last week against Texas, running the ball a lot. They've kept him fresh today. They've used some other guys, and now when they need him the most, he has fresh, strong legs, and he is fighting for every yard he can get.
Now Baylor is down to one timeout. 19 seconds remaining. They've got a first down at the 13-yard line of TCU. You've got one timeout to get your field goal unit out there, unless they take a shot here and try to score another touchdown.
I think you might give Bryce Petty one shot here, and you tell him, you know, if it's not there, throw the thing away.
Linwood straight up the middle. They'll get it to the 11, and they'll call the timeout.
They'll let that clock run down. Probably call it with 3 or 4 seconds left. 4 seconds.
Timeout. Baylor. That's their third and last timeout.
Chris Callahan is a redshirt freshman from Houston, Texas. He came into the game having only made 1 field goal in 6 attempts. He's been perfect today. His longest was 29. This one's going to be from about 28.
I would imagine Gary Patterson will wait until he's right about ready to line up for this one and use his last timeout. You see him down there by the official on about the 18-yard line.
They spot it at the 18. And now the timeout.
Timeout. TCU.
Callahan just trying to stay away from everybody. Bryce Petty cannot even watch. 6 touchdown day for him. Will it be enough? It was on his right arm that got him back in the game. And now it's going to be on the right leg of one of the smallest guys on the team. But if he hits this, he'll be the biggest man on campus. Chris Callahan from 28 for the most improbable of comebacks and the win. He got it. Unbelievable. Unanswered points in the last 10.5 minutes. And Baylor has come from behind, shocked TCU and the entire country. Let the party on the Brazos begin. Holly Rowe.
We're here with Coach Briles, who's congratulating some of the TCU kids. And Coach Briles, what gave you faith in your field goal kicker right there in that moment?
You know, he's been good all day. You know, he's had a few troubles early, but he was good when it counted. Just a fabulous win for Baylor University. Our guys showed a lot of guts. I think we were down 21 in the fourth, came back and won the game. So just a wonderful victory. Very, very honored, very proud.
How did you approach that comeback? Down 3 touchdowns. How were you methodical about those drives?
You know, you got to keep answering, you know, and our guys have always had a lot of confidence in what we do. Made some stops on defense when we needed it. Made a play on the special teams. Good win for Baylor.
You said people think Baylor just scores a lot of points, but what kind of toughness did this show about your group tonight?
We've always been a tough football team. We've never doubted that, and we never will. Thank you, Holly.
What a scene. Snap good, placement good, kick is perfect. And all 5'9", 185 pounds of him is the hero at the end. They've played this one now 110 times. You're never going to see another one like this one today. What a scene. 61-58. That's going to do it for us. For Todd Blackledge and Holly Rowe, Brad Nessler saying so long. That's all from Waco. Chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup continues at the Bank of America 500 at Charlotte after this word from your ABC stations.